All right. Namaste, tribe. It's Ruby with Wholeness Balance. Okay, so I decided today's reading was going to be live. The reason? Because it just uploads faster. Simple. All right. Keeping today simple. The energy feels very simple. Oh, look, I didn't even light my candle. I do have my incense burning. So, welcome. Today's energy reading is going to be live. It just feels right. Okay, so whether this is the a filled up room or not, I'm going off of the collective energy. So, for everybody here and everybody to come, just be right here, right now. Drop all your labels, all your judgments, all your opinions, all your expectations, all your doubt, all your fears. Leave all of that out for just a second, okay? Turn this way just a little bit. All right. So, my intention for this reading is to bring conscious awareness to our emotions. Why? Because I have found on my journey that emotions to me are energy, emotion, and everything is energy. I have found that becoming aware of my emotional body, my emotional state, has tremendously helped me on my journey within. And so I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it based on my own experience, based on my own wisdom, what conscious awareness can do for you when you become aware of your emotions. So this is just a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And the idea of all of my readings is for you to evaluate where the pendulum swings for you. Is it on a more positive? Is it more on a negative? And don't judge it as good or bad. Just what is, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and begin. For today's energy, with the energy, it's going to be a 5-card spread. Work. What does work feel like to you? Just stop for a minute and feel the energy of work. Just taking a deep breath. I just feel like there's a lot of busyness in the mind. Just be here now. So feel the energy of work. What does work feel like? Is work a 9 to 5? Is work a goal? Is it a business? What is work specifically for you? Feel the energy of work. What does work feel like to you? And let's dive into the energy. What is the energy for the collective in work today? Oh, that fun little shadow energy. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, so Spirit is asking for everyone to take a minute today and stop and evaluate where you might be experiencing envy. Where do you look outside of yourself and consider what a person, place, or thing has to be something that you don't have access to? Because that's a belief system. What you believe, you see. What you perceive, you experience, right? So if the energy of envy, and I don't feel like, because all is self. I feel like for some, it's going to be envy within, where you're looking out and something may not seem fair. Like, why does that person get, this or whatnot, whatever that. And Spirit is asking for you to stop and evaluate that emotion. Where does it come from? Where did it originate? 9 times out of 10 between the ages of birth and 7 years old. But again, to each their own. Only you will know that. Trust what comes up for you. So for some, it's going to be where you are putting envy out. Envy lives in you. And I don't feel like for everybody that it is a consciousness. I feel like it's subconscious, meaning it's a program. It's something you were conditioned, something you've always had in you, something just is. Envious of others because they have something they have worked hard for, whether they work hard or not for it. One will seem to have an opinion and a judgment and just envy, jealous. But at the same time, you may experience it, right? Because what goes out comes in. Now, when we look at this from the perspective of within. The energy of envy, to me, what it feels like is something that's just always been. It feels ancestral. I'm getting visions of a time in the past where this could be karma for some, where you have been, people have been envious of you because of your light. And because of that light, um, you know, just like every other great master that's walked this planet, light is in times depending on how low the collective's energy is. In the time of Jesus, they took Jesus out because his light was too bright. Same for many other masters. Point being, it feels like a belief that by shining your light, you're like, you don't want to be the victim of envy. But remember, in life, there is both positive and negative, and without both, we would not exist. It's the contrast, right? So it's becoming aware that envy is a powerful energy. It's needed, but it needs balance. So find the energy of envy within yourself. Is it, I don't know, it feels karmic, guys. I feel karma, ancestral karma. Like for lifetimes in your family or in your past lives, in some way, shape, or form, you've been the victim of envy. And not a victim, because you're never a victim. Spirit wants me to correct that word. You're never a victim. You are the student of envy. Envy is the teacher. So Spirit is asking for you to evaluate what envy has to teach you today. Envy is a fear energy. It is a lower frequency energy, and you get to decide for how long you want to carry that energy. You have free will. All right, so let's move on to home. So, and it may be just people at work hating on you, vice versa. Just be honest with yourself, is what Spirit is saying. Be honest with yourself about, when you're carrying the energy of envy, because it would not reflect back to you if it did not exist inside of you. All is self, okay? Without judgments, without labels, evaluate the energy of envy within yourself around your work environment. All right, so home. Let's feel the energy of home, Spirit. So first, collective, feel the energy of home. What does home feel like to you? Does home feel like a 9 to 5? Does home feel like your own inner body? Does home feel like a foreign country? What does home feel like to you? Just take a minute to breathe that in. Now let's go ahead and pull the energy for home. Oh, that's nice. We have friendship. I love that energy, and it's beautiful purple. That little light is not a friend. All right. It is though. Spirit says yes. It is. Everything's a friend. Okay. All right. So I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay. So it's like, evaluate what friendship is for you. Both sides. Does friendship have attachments, or is friendship free flowing? Do you allow people to be authentic in their own authenticity without needing them to change or control? Spirit is saying, what is friendship for you? Because friendship is just acceptance. It's sharing space. It's sharing love. It's sharing. Friendship is, it's a beautiful thing. And I honestly, in my own truth, feel that any foundation that starts with friendship is a very solid foundation. But that's just my own personal experience. But for others, Spirit is asking for you to evaluate in your home what friendship is. Do you have a friendship energy in your home environment? Are you a friend to yourself? Are you a friend to your family? Like, Spirit is asking you to evaluate what kind of friend you are. But friendship in the home environment feels peaceful to me. But again, the pendulum swings both ways. I'm feeling both energies very, very strong today. I know there's a lot going on in the cosmos and the planets. So for those interested in that, I highly advise for you to go down that rabbit hole and find out what you need to find out for yourself in terms of astrology. All right. Now, that's only if you're drawn to. Okay, let's move on to what's unexpected. What's unexpected today? I feel a rushed energy. I feel like I'm too busy, even though that's not the case. That's a mind thing, right? I feel the energy of I'm busy, busy, busy. I don't have time. right? I don't have time right now. So what is unexpected today? What is the energy unexpected for the collective? We have the energy of change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is true. Like, true. We don't evolve in our comfort zones. This is true for all of us. If you ever stop and think about in your lifetime when anything ever really truly changed for you, it came when you stepped out of your comfort, when you did something that was not the norm, when it wasn't something that you have done before, right? So what's unexpected is change. Change is going to come in your day, whether it be an emotion. Well, this is emotions, right? So changing the way you feel about something. Uh, with the orange here, there's a lot of sacrum. So I feel maybe something around passion, something you're passionate about, something you speak about, something that has power, because I'm taking in all of the color in this card. But Spirit is asking for you to evaluate within yourself where you swing on the pendulum of change. Are you open to change or are you resistant to it? Because both have something to teach you, right? So what you can expect that is not Spirit. No, what you can in a sense expect, because this is, giving you like a heads up, right? Um, what's unexpected today is change, and it's going to look different for all of you. So Spirit asks for you to take a minute and breathe through the change. Do you go into panic? Do you go into fear? Or do you go into the flow and acceptance of what is for you will always be for you, right? Divine time. All right, so let's move into what our role for the day is. We are asked to evaluate the energy of doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Like literally, I was just saying that in the change. I feel like um, we're being asked to trust in the flow of life, to trust in the divine. Even if you don't believe in like God or anything like that, my journey is not religious based. My journey is spiritual based, meaning I come from the soul, not a religion, not a box, not a label. And so Spirit is saying, what are your boxes? What are your labels? Can you release them and just be in the flow of life? Can you trust in your own divinity, right? You're being asked to try that today. What is the outcome of today? What is the outcome? I feel like, okay, so the card we got is denial. I feel like I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. It's like there's so much. Sorry, guys. Hold on, give me a second. There's so much. And the mind is real busy today. I notice my mind wants to jump in constantly. So for those of you that have an overactive mind, I feel like you're going to need to breathe through that today, because the mind feels very active and we are denying ourselves something in some way, shape, or form. But here's the thing, that's going to be for some people. For others, I feel like the energy of denial comes in to show you where you need growth. Like whatever you're denying, you're just resistance to that. You're see, and that's confirmation. That's my alarm. Um, yeah. What are you denying? Because whatever you're denying, you're in resistance to, and what you resist persists. So it's like Spirit saying, be honest about what you are denying yourself. Whether it be a truth about your emotions, whether it be a truth about yourself. See, it's easy to look outside and blame the world than it is to look in. My journey is all about looking in, not blaming the world, not judging the world, but accepting 100% responsibility for my part in that experience, because truth is all is self. And while that's still far-fetched, that's what I'm here to help you remember. That you create your reality by what you think and feel. And most importantly, what you feel. And so Spirit is saying, become aware. Become aware of your shadows. Envy and denial, doubt, those are shadow. Friendship and change. Change is neutral. But friendship is a beautiful energy, and it's a perception. It's what you choose to see. Do you choose to hold on to past um, experiences that came and went, or do you choose to be the greater version of what friendship is? Forgive and forget, move on, love each other at the core. I feel like there's a lot of friendships that fell away because there was a lot of judgments and opinions and denials and change in general. And so, Spirit is saying, evaluate the energy of denial within yourself, because what you resist persists, and what you deny, you really truly will continue to experience, because it is a lesson that you must learn, or you're going to carry it into the next lifetime. You'll carry it in cycles throughout this lifetime. So you get to choose. Good morning, Vero. Love you. So evaluate the energy of denial. Where do you deny your own truth? Where do you deny what you are deserving of? Where do you deny your worthiness? And it's simply bringing awareness to it. And I had a card fall out just to while I was, and it's the card of surrender. So I feel like that's the answer to all of it. Surrender to the energy of envy, to the energy of friendship, to the energy of denial, to the energy of change, and to the energy of doubt. Doubt's natural when it comes to change. Spirit showing me that's not, like, you're not wrong to doubt. You're never wrong. First off, you're never wrong for how you feel. You've always heard that saying, or some of us have. You're not wrong for what you feel. That goes real deep, because you're not. In the universe, when you come to awareness of consciousness and all that is true, all that is self, everything is true. It's just your perception around it, right? That can add value, make you stronger, help you grow, or lower frequency, which is destroy you, right? You get to choose. So today's message from Spirit, and I'm going to use that surrender as the advice, because I was going to pull a unicorn card, but that one just fell right out. And so, surrender. I can release my need to control. Release the need to control is powerful. And I feel like that's going to be a big thing for a lot of us today, myself included, because my mind is really active today, where normally I'm able to be centered in peace and flowing. My mind keeps wanting to jump in. I catch myself pulling myself back to my center. So be patient with yourselves today, guys. If you do experience yourself like little Spirit say, well, I have this one guide who's really, really fun. She's saying brain farts, like a bunch of like little brain farts. And to me, I'm getting a vision of just little memories, little reminders of past things. And again, there's a lot going on in the planets. A lot. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, because it's so important for you to go down that rabbit hole, for you to go and seek that information for yourself. It will serve you. Me giving it to you, yes, it helps you, but it's not the same as you doing it. So sticking to what my purpose is with this reading, I'm bringing awareness to your emotional state. Should you experience envy, rather to or from, Spirit is asking, evaluate the energy of envy within yourself. Evaluate where you carry envy. It's not, for those, a lot of people, I do feel it's ancestral. Feel like envy is in your lineage. It could be siblings that were envious of you, or you envious of siblings, vice versa. And don't judge it, because right away when I said that, the ego went up like, no. Like, see, that you're never going to get anywhere when you're in denial of what is true, right? We all have it in some way, shape, or form. It's whether you're going to let it control you or not. Come to there's so many. Hold on. Bring all these aspects of yourself into unity, Spirit is saying. Come to know all these aspects, all these emotions within yourself, why they are there and where they come from. Surrender to needing to control it and based on how it looks. For example, no, that's not true. Well, it would, truth be told, it wouldn't be in your reality if it didn't exist in you. This is true. This is the radical self responsibility that is so, so hard for a lot of us, because it's not something we've been taught. It's not something we really deep down know. But if whatever you're experiencing outside of you is because you have a belief, you have an experience, you have an energy within you that believes that thing that is outside of you to be real. And so You have to evaluate that. Is it true? 9 times out of 10 is conditioned. It's something somebody told you, somebody taught you. Good morning, Takara. Welcome. So evaluate your emotions in that state. Not good, not bad, just what is. But don't deny your truth to yourself. You don't have to confirm it outside of you. Nobody outside of you needs to know this is true. It's just you. And when you become aware of your truth, it doesn't even matter what the world outside of you thinks, because it's you with you, right? So Spirit is asking for us all to surrender in today's energy, in the shadow that shows up in envy and denial and doubt. And, and there's two perceptions here, and that perceptions are purple for me. There's root, foundations. Just surrender. Spirit is saying surrender. This is ultimately going to help you build a more solid foundation within yourself. When you can integrate the energy, the shadow within yourself of envy, denial, and doubt, then you are open to change and friendship, is what Spirit is saying. I hope this reading has brought you confirmation, awareness, consciousness, or whatever it is you're here to receive. I wish you all wholeness. Namaste, tribe.